Quality. That's the word that comes to mind when I think of Nintendo. The Nintendo Switch in particular is hands down my favorite console of all time. You really just can't beat the hybrid handheld console concept. Try saying that 5 times fast. That being said, while I wish every good game in the world could be released on Nintendo Switch, I'm looking at you, Nier Automata. Today, I'm gonna focus solely on Nintendo Switch exclusives, namely my favorites. A top 5, if you will. I'll be counting down the Switch exclusives I loved the most. If I miss your favorite, I apologize. I haven't played every Switch exclusive known to man. I mean, what kind of madman would do that, right? Right? Number 5 is Super Mario Odyssey. The face of quality here, as I don't think any other game in this top 5 list is as perfectly tied together as Super Mario Odyssey is. I should probably let you in on a little secret. I don't actually like Mario much as a franchise. Matter of fact, prior to Odyssey, I had only willingly played Super Mario 64 back in the day while reluctantly playing a few 2D Mario games like the classic Super Mario 1 through 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. I'll grant you, I did want to play Sunshine and Galaxy when they came out, but sadly, money was tight for my parents, and when given the choice, I always sided with Zelda games. With this newfound knowledge you now have of my preferences though, it speaks volumes that I'm able to love titles such as Super Mario 64 and Odyssey so much. As much as I hate playing as the lame plumber, his 3D outings are insanely good, and Mario Odyssey is perhaps the most perfected version of a 3D Mario game there is out there. Loaded to the brim with content and collectibles, the moment-to-moment gameplay rarely lets up in Odyssey. There's always something to find, always a collectible to collect, always a platform to be platformed, always an NPC to be, NPC'd. You get it. Mario Odyssey has it all in spades, landing it on the number 5 spot of my favorite Nintendo Switch exclusives. Number 4, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Now, I finally get to actually talk Zelda again on my channel for the first time in forever. Last time I got to talk about Zelda was in my top 3D Zelda Dungeons video, which, by the way, is criminally underrated, and you should totally go leave a like on that video as well as on this video, and also you should subscribe, and also there will be a link in the description for it. And yeah, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is a huge step up from the original Hyrule Warriors. I played the OG back on the Wii U and hated it, and then played the definitive edition for 50 hours on my Switch because I hate myself, I guess, and while the fan service in it was amazing, I was really having a hard time trying to enjoy the game after playing real hack and slash games like Bayonetta. Luckily, Age of Calamity brings so much more to the table to mix things up. There's just so much more to the combat here by comparison, whereas in the last Hyrule Warriors, all you really had were samey combos and a special move. Let's list a few of the new, wonderful additions, shall we? For starters, every character can now use the Sheikah Slate runes, adding at least 4 more unique gameplay options. On top of this, each character uses the runes differently, mixing things up even further. Enemies can sometimes function as a puzzle by doing certain moves that require a specific rune to be used in retaliation to break their guard. Super fun stuff. Adding even further to this, though, is the ZR trigger to use each character's unique action move. This can range from a charge button for Urbosa's electricity gauge to a marking of up to 3 enemies to defeat for forming shadow clones as Impa. This is probably my favorite one, by the way. There are other surprises that come too, such as Rivali's unique action, but I won't spoil it in case you haven't played the game yourself yet. All in all though, this was a surprisingly good hack and slash game, which I didn't expect after the original Hyrule Warriors. I'm very pleased with the polish and the fun though, and the story and cutscenes only further to add to my enjoyment. Number 3 is Paper Mario: The Origami King. I won't lie, I saw this game and said to myself, okay, this looks more fun than the 3D Mario games I've played, but I feel like it's just gonna be an okay game, so I'll get it eventually. boy, was I wrong. Honestly, I'm so surprised more reviewers and YouTubers haven't raved about this game. The humor is amazing. The polish and moment-to-moment fun is astounding. The characters? Lovable. Paper Mario the Origami King had the perfect blend of gameplay, story, excitement, puzzles, characters, difficulty, and fresh happenings. This has become my single most beloved Mario game of all time. If you haven't played it, I seriously urge you to. Even the fights themselves are individual puzzles. Seriously, I can't get enough of this world this game sucked me into. Number 2 is Astral Chain. Anyone that knows me knows I love 4 things: adventure games, detective/mystery games, hack and slash games, and platinum games. Astral Chain? Well, it mixes all of those things together in one beautiful package. And I mean it, this game is gorgeous. I think it might even look better to me than Breath of the Wild in a lot of ways. It's a wonder how Platinum always manages to have so many particle effects, assets, and complicated gameplay mechanics on screen at once and still maintain fluidity. Visuals aside though, the gameplay here is a real shiner. On my first playthrough, the most enjoyable aspect of the game to me was the detective segments. Astral Chain is the first Platinum game to slow down quite this much, but I was living for it. On my second playthrough is when the combat truly shined for me. By then, I had unlocked so many new moves and features for my controllable Legion companions that I was able to just run wild with creativity, and it was oh so fun, just mixing several things together and reaching satisfying climaxes in fights. Fun fact, did you know you can unlock an Unchained Legion move that lets one Legion attack free of its chain while you bring another one out and attack with it, and then there's just 3 of you beating your enemy to a bloody pulp at once? Yeah, neither did I until my second playthrough. I can only imagine what other fun and creative options I've yet to find. Also, the character creator in this game is badass, and Lappy is such a fun character. Number 1. Pokemon Sword and... Nah, I am so messing with you, but boy, I hope you're excited for my next Switch exclusives video because we'll be going there in that one. No. Number 1 is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. No, but seriously, this game has this beautiful, dramatic, slow build that's so naturally formed by the player themselves that I really have never played anything else quite like it. You start out with almost nothing and very little direction, and from there you're just given the freedom to, well, figure things out on your own. And as you do, this expansive, gorgeous world opens up for you at whatever pace you allow it to. And the next thing you know, you're soaring on gales, electrocuting hordes of enemies, surfing down a giant slope on your shield, swimming like a water dragon. Okay, maybe not that last part, but I am holding high hopes out for that to return in the sequel. Man, I miss Zora Link. But what are your top 5 Switch exclusives? Let me know down in the comments, but first don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up too while you're at it. See you next time, gamers.